is the seventh category, the Fuqara, Muhajirin, the poor migrants who are expelled from their circles and from their wealth. These are the seventh categories. And further in down, and it is for those who are the settlers of the circle and of the belief who migrated from them from before. There are people who are migrating in belief, and if they are poor, fuqara, faqir, so charity is for them who are migrating in belief. And there are people who have migrated from before, and they are the settlers in belief from before. There is one category. The category is the same. One is the migrators. They have lost their wealth. They have lost their circle. They have migrated in belief. So this is one category. The other who have already done it before. They are now the settlers of the circles and of the belief from before. So this is another category. One are migrating, one are already there. And both of them are poor migrants, fuqara, faqir. I am not discussing anything except the categories. So we come to know the previous ayat and this ayat, total categories are 8. 8 categories. These 8 categories, Allah, the Rasul, I just read to you, Allah God, the Rasul, the Messenger, for the Qurba, the relatives, your relatives, Yatama, the orphans, and Masakin, the needy, and for Ibn Sabil, the son of the way, and the Fuqara, Muhajirin, the poor migrants who migrate in belief and are expelled from their circles and from the wealth. And the other poor migrants are those who are the settlers in belief from before. So they all together becomes the 8 categories. So if you know this we have come to know that what we have come to know, there are 8 categories in which the 20 or the 1/5 is 20 to be shared among the people on these categories. The amount is 20 out of 100. If I get a profit of 100 after my expenditure, after doing business or after doing any deal, I get 100. So I spend on my the expenditure. I have to remove the expenditure that I have to spend on my family and my important things, and the amount that it is saved, the amount that I save is a profit, and this is ghanim. Whatever the ghanim or the profit I get from anyone, this has to be shared among the 8 categories that I just now read. Just now I read these 8 categories. These are the 8 categories to whom I have to share this. Now I come back to the previous ayah, the second page ayah, that the other half portion that I have to read. The first half we have discussed that the ghanim, the profit is ghanim is the profit from anything, and we have to share among the 8 categories. If we believe in Allah, of course that's the condition. In kuntum amantum billah, if you believe in Allah, then you have to share this amount of money, profit among these categories. Now the further ayat says, وَمَا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا يَوْمَ الْفُرْقَانِ يَوْمَ الْتَقَى الْجَمْعَانِ وَاللَّهُ عَلَىٰ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And whatever we reveal over our servant on the day of the division, the day when the 2 accumulations are met, and Allah has power over all things. Now if you note that Allah is saying in this ayah that whatever we have revealed on our servant, and the servant here is referred to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him. Whatever has been revealed over the Rasul, the messenger, on the day when the 2 accumulations are met, on the day of divisions, on the day of the divisions where the 2 accumulations are met, 2 additions are met, 2 additions or accumulations are met on that day. So to understand these 2 accumulations, One we have understood. One is the net profit in whenever people do business and do business and the deals, the profit that comes to them, from that profit, 20 is for the categories. This is one accumulation with the messenger. This is one accumulation with the messenger. The other accumulation, I have to understand this, we have to go to page number 10. Surah Al-Mujadala, 58 Surah, Ayah 12. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha najaytumur rasul faqaddimu bayna yaday najwakum sadaqah dhalika khairul lakum wa athhar fa in lam tajidu fa inna Allah ghafur rahim. O you who believe, when you consult the messenger, then advance sadaqah, the charity that is between two hands of your consultation. That is better and purer for you. So if you do not find, then surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. And if you go to the next page, and I will read 103 ayah, then we'll come back and read the whole ayahs. Ayah 103. خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةٍ تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ صَلَاتَكَ سَكَنٌ لَهُمْ وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. Take sadaqah, the charity, from their wealth, so that you purify and justify them with it, and pray over them. Surely your prayer, salah, is a satisfaction for them, and Allah is hearing, knowing. Now in these two verses, the ayah says to the believers, whenever you consult with the messenger, whenever you consult yourself with the messenger for your psychological purification, you advance sadaqah. You give sadaqah beforehand, before your consultation. You have to give sadaqah. And for the messenger, Allah says, you take sadaqah from them, in this ayat, and sadaqah from them and charity from them, from their wealth, you take sadaqah, charity from them, so that you purify and justify them and pray over them. Surely your prayer is a satisfaction for them. So in this ayah, in these two verses, we have come to know that there is another sadaqah, charity, given to the messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, given to the messenger. And that charity, sadaqah, is related for their psychological purification. This sadaqah charity has to be advanced to the messenger before the consultation. Like we go to a doctor and give a fees for our consultation, taking advices for our health. Similarly, psychologically, if you want to take guidance from Allah's ayahs, you consult the Quran. You take guidance from the Quranic ayat. This is the Qawli Rasul Kareem. And once you do that, you have to advance sadaqah, charity of that consultation, of that specific consultation. So this consultation, if you give sadaqah, charity, that has to be given from your 80. That 20 is on your wealth. Remember this. The previous ayah that I have read, that out of anything you get the profit, you have to give, from the 100% profit, you have to give 20 to the categories. 20 to the categories. And the 80 is yours. Whatever you do, it is yours. But if you become sick, you go see a doctor. So you have to spend from that 80, not from that 20. Similarly, you get psychologically sick, you take consultation from the messenger. That is the Qawl Rasul Kareem, the Quran. And if you consult from the Quranic ayahs, so you have to advance the sadaqah charity. That sadaqah charity that you advance is the amount that you have to give in to the messenger. That is the sadaqah charity given to the messenger. Now what is happening? There are now two types of sadaqah charity is being given to the messenger. Now if you come back to the same page 2. وَمَا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا يَوْمَ الْفُرْقَانِ يَوْمَ الْتَقَى الْجَمْعَانِ وَاللَّهُ عَلَىٰ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. And whatever we have revealed over our servant, that is the messenger, the day when the two accumulations are met, and Allah has power over all things. Now, if you know what is this two accumulations, we have to discuss when the day of the divisions, when the two accumulations are met. The messenger is receiving amount of money from where? From where there is receiving? From where we are receiving, you go to next ayah, then you will understand. Al-Hashr 59:7. Page 4. मुझे पेज बता दीजिएगा. मा फल्लाहु अला रसूलिही मिन अहलिल कुरा फलिल्लाहि वलिर्रसूलि वलिदिल कुर्बा वल यतामा वल मसाकिन वब्निस सबील. Whatever Allah has bestowed from the people of the cities over His messenger is for Allah. Where He is getting the money? From the people of the cities, in plural, not one city. From the people of the cities, people who are doing businesses, people who are doing deals, and they are getting money, and they are getting money out of it. So the profit that comes to them, out of 100% profit, they have to give it to the 20 to the messenger. The messenger is receiving that money, 20% from every individual. So that 20 is being accumulated with the messenger. That 20 of different people have been accumulated with the messenger. The amount of money he's getting from the same people cities, and that is referred to the consultation. You have to, whenever you have to have a consultation with the messenger, you have to advance the sadaqah, charity, and this advancement is from your 80. For the psychological purification, you have to give sadaqah to the messenger, and the amount is not mentioned there. So we have to understand that he must give anything from according to his means. That is not the 20. The 20 is over on your profit, on the wealth. But for your psychological purification, you can give this amount according to your own means. Any amount, sadaqah, charity, you can give to the messenger. So the messenger is receiving two accumulations, two additions. One is from the profits of the people, and one is for the consultation of the people with the messenger. So in this Allah says, if I read from the beginning, this ayah 841, you will see these two. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّمَا غَنِمْتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ فَأَنَّ لِلَّهِ خُمُسَهُ وَلِلرَّسُولِ وَلِذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ إِن كُنتُمْ آمَنْتُمْ بِاللَّهِ. I pause here. And know that surely whatever ghanim profit you get from anything, if you believe in Allah, then surely 1/5, that is 20% sadaqah, charity, is for Allah, God and the Rasul, the messenger, and qurba, the relatives, and for yatama, the orphans, and for masakin, the needy who are reduced to poverty, and for ibn sabil, the sons of the way. Now it is not a full stop, but I make a pause. And further it says, and wama anzalna ala abdina yawm al-furqan, and what is being revealed, what we have revealed over our servant. Meaning when you consulted him with the messenger, that amount is being added here. That is not the previous, that is 20 is not separate. Then whatever Allah has revealed over our servant on the day of the divisions. When the day of the division, I'll describe to you the day when the two accumulations are met. So 20 is coming from the prophets, and one is coming from the sadaqah consultation. For consultation, sadaqah, charity is coming. Two additions are met together. Now these two are met together, and then Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the messenger has to divide the day of the division, when he gives back to the categories. That is the day of the division. But the two accumulations are being met continuously with the messenger. It has to be continuously met with the messenger, and then the messenger is giving to the categories further. Then I will read that ayat, the next page, you'll come to know how he gives. Now further, if you read in the following ayat of this surah, Surah Al-Anfal 8, and the ayat number 69. فَكُلُوا مِمَّا غَنِمْتُمْ حَلَالًا طَيِّبًا وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Then you eat from your, which is halal, ghanim profit, then eat from your ghanim profit, which is halal, lawful, tayyib, good. And take guard of Allah, surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. So now Allah says you eat from your ghanim profit. Whatever the profit you get, you eat from that profit. Can we eat 100%? No. So that means 4/5, that 80 we can eat, that is halal tayyib for us. Not the 100% is not halal. Tayyib is not halal tayyib. Halal means lawful, tayyib means good. It is not lawful and good for believer. It is only 20. 80 is halal tayyib, good for us. The 20 is for the categories. So Allah says, then eat from your ghanim profit, which is halal, lawful, good, tayyib for you, and take guard of Allah, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. So in this connection, we have come to know the lawful and tayyib. Lawful, halal means lawful, and tayyib means good, is 4/5 or 80, which is lawful for you. The rest 20 are categories. So this we have understood. Now, if you go to the next page, we will see what happens with the messenger. Why the circulation of this money is among these, Allah is divided. Al-Hashr 59 and ayah 7. ما أفاء الله على رسوله من أهل القرى فلله وللرسول ولذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل كي لا يكون دولة بين الأغنياء منكم وما آتاكم الرسول فخذوه وما نهاكم عنه فانتهوا واتقوا الله إن الله شديد العقاب. And whatever Allah has bestowed from the people of the cities over His messenger, that is 1/5 of the ghanim profit according to the means. That is sadaqah is for Allah and the Rasul, the messenger, and the qurba for qurba, the relatives, and for yatama, the orphans, and masakin, the needy who are reduced to poverty, and for ibn sabil, the sons of the way. So Allah says, why is doing it? So the wealth may not be a thing taken in turns amongst the rich of you. So whatever He gives you, you take it. And whatever He forbids about you, you forbid about it. And take guard of Allah, surely Allah is strong in pursuit. Now, in this ayah, you see the categories, and after the categories, Allah says that this system Allah has devised, that the rich class people, the people of the cities, from the people of the cities, they have to share this among the categories, give it to the messenger. All these rich people have to give this sadaqah, profit, from their profit 20, from their profit 20 to the messenger. And consultation also, any amount, that is being accumulated with the messenger. Now when the two accumulations are met to him, so Allah says, whatever the messenger gives you, gives who? Whatever the messenger is giving, and to whom he is giving? Sorry? To the categories. So this is a misquote in the world. This reference is a misquote. They say, وَمَا آتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ. Whatever messenger gives to you, you take it, and whatever he forbids about you, you forbid. So the amount of wealth that Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was getting from the people, from the people of the cities, and the consultation amount, these two accumulations are met with him, and whatever the amount he gives among the categories, no one has dared to question him. Whatever he gives, you take it, and whatever he forbids about it, you don't ask question, you just forbid. In this context, it is the sharing of that wealth, of the accumulation that he has got with him, share it back to the categories. So this is how he gives. واتقوا الله. I read further, I read again. كي لا يكون دولة بين الأغنياء منكم, so that the wealth may not be a thing taken in turns amongst the rich of you. Why Allah is doing this? That all these people, if there was no charity given by the rich people, this money would have been circulated among the rich class. So 20-20 share of the people is accumulated with the messenger. Then consultation share of sadaqah charity is accumulated with the messenger. 2 accumulations are with him, and now he is giving this. Allah is doing this. Money is being, that the messenger is receiving all this money. He has to share it to the categories. So Allah says, whatever he gives, you take it. Meaning, though it is to the categories, you take it, and whatever he forbids, you hold back, and you forbid from it. This is how he gives back to the categories. In continuation, Al-Hashr 59, 8 and 9, page number 10, 6. Now this we have understood. The categories are being discussed. The profit has been discussed. How much amount is to be given is 20% or 20. 80 is yours. And then 8 categories have to be given to the 8 categories. And further we have discussed that the 2 accumulations are the consultation sadaqah charity and from the profit sadaqah, 2 accumulation. Now this is describing the behavior of the fuqara muhajirin. للفقراء المهاجرين الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم وأموالهم يبتغون فضلا من الله ورضوانا وينصرون الله ورسوله أولئك هم الصادقون. The sadaqah charity is for furqa muhajirin, the poor migrants who are expelled from their circles and their wealth, seeking the bounty from Allah and the good pleasure, and helping Allah and His Messenger. They are the truthful ones. Now, in this verse, we know the categories are the poor migrants who have migrated from their circles of belief. Now they have entered into the circle of belief, but their wealth has gone and everything is gone. They have become poor. So Allah said there is a shared sadaqah for them, lil fuqara muhajirin, and their behavior is they are seeking the bounty from Allah, and they are assisting or helping Allah and His Messenger. Seeking the bounty, يَبْتَغُونَ فَضْلًا مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانًا وَيَنْصُرُونَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ. They are the Ansarullah, or they are the helpers of Allah and the Messenger. Their behavior, those poor migrants who have migrated themselves in belief, and they have lost their wealth. So these poor migrants, their personality, behavior is they are assisting Allah or aiding Allah and His Messenger. The poor people who are on the road asking for money, they are poor people. They are not the poor migrants in belief. They are not the poor migrants in belief. This category is specially described about those people who are poor, who have migrated themselves in belief, and they are helping Allah and His Messenger. Meaning they are doing dawah or doing work for Allah and His Messenger. And the same category is described further. وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوُا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مِنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَّةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. And the sadaqah charity is for those who are the settlers of the circle and of the belief from before them. They love whosoever migrates towards them, and they do not find in their chest any need for what they are given, and they do not have any effect over themselves, even if poverty is with them. And whosoever is guarded against the stinginess of his soul, then they are those who are prosperous. Now in this ayah you will note those people, the behavior of those poor migrants who are the settlers of the circle from before. When they see the newcomers, new believers are migrating towards them. The people who are migrating in belief are migrating towards them, and they are also poor. So whatever the messenger is giving to them, again utu, whatever the messenger gives to them, they don't feel any stinginess. They don't have any effect over them. Even the poverty is with them. Even they themselves are poor. They don't feel any, because they love the brother is migrating in belief. So they are before in belief, they are the settlers in the belief of the circle of the belief. And if they see people who are migrating in belief and they are poor, so whatever is given to them, they do not feel any stinginess in their hearts or in their chest. This is the behavior of those poor migrants who are the settlers of the belief. Both of these categories are believers who have migrated, who have dedicated their life for the cause of Allah, helping Allah, assisting Allah, helpers of Allah, Ansarullah. And they are poor migrants of the circles of the belief. They are the settlers. So when the fresh people are migrating in belief, they do not find any stinginess in their hearts. They do not, whatever the messenger gives to them. So whatever the messenger gives, you take it, and whatever he forbids, you forbid it. So here it is also referenced. So they do not find in their chest any need for what they are given, and they do not have any effect over themselves. Even they themselves are in poverty. They themselves are in poverty. These settlers of the belief are themselves are poor migrants, and also they are in poverty. But still they do not have any effect whatever Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gives to them, the new migrants. So this is the behavior of those. We are reading the behavior. Now in the first, these are the category. The page number is 8. If you look at the heading is Sadaqah, charity is the 1/5 of the ghanim profit for the zakah, justification of your wealth to be distributed among the following categories. Now we have already read and discussed that whatever the wealth profit that comes to us from any deal or any business, 20 from that 100% profit, 20 is for the categories. So if we want to, now what is the zakah here? Zakah is a justification of that 100% that money that comes to me, 100 rupee, 100 unit that comes to me profit, ghanim. So when there's 100 ghanim comes to me, the unit, I give 20 to the categories and keep myself 80 as my own. Why do I do so? Because the ayat says so. Surah Anfal 8:41 ayat. So I follow the ayat, so I am giving justification of what Allah has given to me. Whatever Allah gives to me, out of 100, I give 20 to the categories. So I justify my money, my wealth. That is justification. That is zakah. So I give zakah. I give zakah because I have to justify the wealth that Allah has given to me. But when I give it to the people, the categories, that is sadaqah, charity. So you must understand what's going on. When you give to these people, they take from you is sadaqah. Why you give is zakah. Why you give is justification. Zakah is why you give. Justification because Allah says out of ghanimtum min shayin wa'alamu annama ghanimtum min shayin fa inna lillah khumusa. So this khumusa of 1/5, 20% out of 100, 20 is the ghanim profit that you have to give. So this is when you give is sadaqah. Why you give? Because the Anfal 8:41 says so. That is giving zakah. When you explain or educate to the people about this ayah, you are justifying or giving zakah to the people. You are justifying your wealth and you are justifying your action why you are giving. So zakah in Arabic means justification. And when I gave the charity is sadaqah charity. So these are only, this is the purification or justification over your wealth. These 8 categories over your wealth.